welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading for Pisces. This is a self-reflection reading. Now, if you've never been to one of my self-reflection readings, the idea behind them is we've all got a bit of inner healing work to do every now and then, and sometimes we just don't know where to start. So this is a bit of a helpful nudge from Spirit in what direction you may need to have a look and where you need to do a little bit of inner healing work. So this will include your past, present and future, because it does tend to incorporate things from your past and what it is that you may need to reflect on and what you need to embrace for your future. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check out your other placements. You may find a message in one of those for you. Now, if you do like your message today, don't forget to hit your thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anybody else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me, then if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button and press the notification bell, and it will let you know whenever I release new content. As this is collective, please don't make anything fit. Whatever doesn't resonate. Please just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay? So let's get into this. Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for Pisces for their current self-reflection journey? Can we get some cards for Pisces for their self-reflection? That Six of Cups came out twice, just to let you know. Okay. So, in your overall energy, we've got an Eight of Swords. Now, that is telling me that you are coming out of feeling like you're stuck and blocked. It is an Eight of Swords in the reverse, so you may have felt like you were trapped, potentially doing a lot of overthinking previously. And this is you coming out of that energy. You feel like you're a little bit more freed up. You're not overthinking. If you were feeling a bit depressed before, you're coming out of that. And you are starting to feel a little bit more freer and like you can move forward. Now, how are you talking to yourself? You've got this Six of Cups in the reverse. That Six of Cups is telling me that you are looking at the past in quite a negative light. It's telling me that potentially you are... I mean, it could be a negative light. It might not be a negative light. It could be that you may be looking at the past and you're thinking very much in a victim mentality. And you could be looking at it being very negative, but it may not be as bad as you think it was. It could even be that you're looking at it thinking that things were really, really great, but in reality, you may have been conditioned to think it was great. You may be going through maybe some sort of trauma bond. Something may have happened and you could be thinking things were a lot better than they actually were, and you could be looking at things with definitely rose-coloured glasses. It is also suggesting to me that you may be obsessing about the past a little bit as well. So you could very well be stuck in it and possibly telling yourself that things were a lot better in the past, or that your past was particularly horrific. So you're either telling yourself one of two things. Let's get some clarification on that Six of Cups, please, Spirit. Okay, so the first card that come out then is the Three of Pentacles. That's come out to the side. So that is suggesting to me that you may feel very isolated, like you doing things on your own. You may feel like you were lacking certain skills, but it could also be that you want to work with other people and you feel like you could be skilled, but you're unsure. You're not. It's like you find it a challenge to work with others, and you find it a challenge to have the right skills. Maybe you like being independent and on your own, but at the same time, you want to work with people, but you don't know how to. Now, we do have a Ten of Cups in the reverse. That is telling me that you are feeling that things are not going your way. You are very much thinking that your happily ever after isn't going to come anytime soon. You know it will eventually, but it's not happening at this point in time. It could be that you've ended a relationship, or you're in a really particularly troubled place with your relationship at the moment. It could just be that you are not happy within yourself. We do have a 9 of Swords in the upright, telling me that you were also having sleepless nights about things, potentially feeling some guilt. Maybe you were having nightmares. I've got a feeling this is very much to do with that 6 of Cups. So things that you're looking at from the past. You could be feeling guilty about something from the past. You could be just reliving the past and having nightmares about it. It could just be that it's giving you seriously sleepless nights. It might be nothing that you're regretting, nothing that you are feeling guilty about, but it could just be keeping you up at night because you may be doing a lot of overthinking about it. Or you may have been doing a lot of overthinking about it. Now, you do have a 10 of Wands as well. So that is telling me that you have got some sort of burden. You are aware that something is causing you a burden. You're aware that it is piling up on you and you want to release it. And you're ready to release it. But it's like you're telling yourself that you can't release it because I do think that you may be in a bit of a victim mentality going on with it. So you feel that, you know, you're a bit of a victim with regards to it, possibly having nightmares over things because you want to work on something, but you don't know if you want to work on something. You don't know if you've got the right skills to be able to move something forward. You don't know if you can make something work. It could be that somebody else, you may feel that they've not got the skills to make things work for you, and you just don't see happiness coming towards you or working out for you. Now, what you are hiding from yourself out of shame or fear, we've got this 9 of Pentacles. Now, I don't know why that would be, you would be hiding that out of shame or fear. This is telling me that what you're scared of or you're ashamed of is independent stability. So you're either scared to be on your own and be independent and be stable, or you're ashamed that you can be independent and be stable. I'm not sure why that would be something you need to hide from yourself unless you feel like you can't be that. But this is telling me that this is something that you're hiding from yourself. Maybe independence itself is something that you may fear. I'm not 100% sure on that, but the 9 of Pentacles is very much somebody that is independent. Now, when I say independent, I don't mean single, because you can be independent in a relationship and you can have 2 people in a relationship and they call it interdependence. So you're both very independent on your own, and then you come together, and when you're together, you're like a power couple. You do things brilliantly together. So you could be a very independent person, and it could be that you're a successfully independent person and you feel like that's shameful for some reason. Let's get some clarification on that. Or maybe it could be that somebody that you've been with was independent and you were scared of it. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, so the independence, I think, has caused a bit of an issue potentially previously. We've got a 5 of Wands, so suggesting potentially that independence has caused a lot of conflict, maybe some challenges, which it could be more that you're scared of somebody else's independence and you think that it could cause you some sort of competition maybe. It could very well be that you feel that independence, if you're independent and your person isn't, it could cause some conflicts in between your personalities potentially. We do have a 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, which is suggesting that things could be out of balance. So if one of you is very much independent and the other one of you is dependent, then it will be a bit of an imbalanced relationship, because one of you is obviously going to be expecting a lot more from the other, and the other is very much, now I can do whatever I want, I'm independent. So yeah, so it does suggest to me that there is a bit of imbalance as well. So potentially that could be where fear comes in from as well, or a bit of shame, because it could, like I say, it's either you that's independent or your person, or maybe you were scared of meeting somebody that's independent. I'm not 100% sure. You do have a Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So potentially some sort of money loss. This lack of stability is something that you fear as well. Having to release certain behaviours could be a bit of a worry. So potentially then, this could very well be that you're either scared that you're going to have to lose your independence if you meet somebody, or you may be scared that you have to lose your independence for some other reason. It could be that you are scared that if you meet someone independent, you might lose out on the stability with them, because you might feel like if you're somebody that relies on other people and you're a bit codependent, or I'm trying to think of the other dependents that you could be, there's a few where you basically would look at other people and try and attach to them, and you can function on your own, but you rely heavily on them. It's suggesting that you may feel like if you were to meet somebody that's very independent, they would potentially lose parts of themselves. So you could feel ashamed about that because of the way that you function. It might mean that somebody has to potentially lose some stability where they've got a lot of money. Maybe you're in debt, and that could be where this lack of stability comes in with this Four of Pentacles, and you feel like they might have to, they might lose some money if they come towards you. It could be that you feel that they might have to lose part of their dependence because of how you are with regards to relationships. But like I say, it could also be the other way around. But there's definitely something causing conflict with this, with the independence, potentially with the stability and the success that this Nine of Pentacles has. It could even just be that it's the success that causes conflict. Maybe you're ashamed of being successful. You've got a lot of competition around you, and it could cause some imbalance around that as well. Now, what you can do to heal what's currently available for you. So we've got a Seven of Swords and we've got a Queen of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is usually associated with lying, cheating, stealing. I don't think it's that at all. I think sometimes the Seven of Swords is also people that are doing things in the quiet. It can be sneaky behaviour. It can also just be things being done stealthily. What I feel this is it's you being successful but doing it quietly, and that way it will help prevent any sort of competition. I think this is you making plans but keeping it on the down low, not letting people in on your plans, very much keeping it very quiet. We've got the Queen of Swords, so keeping yourself guarded. Anybody that comes towards you, you want the truth, nothing but the truth. This could also be somebody else that may be helping you with making your plans. It's keeping high standards as well. But yeah, very much looking at things from a communication aspect as well. Making sure that things are very clear when you are making plans, and if you involve anybody, making sure that everything is honestly communicated, and making sure that they're honestly communicating with you as well. But yeah, I feel that that's very much keeping things, whatever your plans are, a secret, keeping it on the down low until you're ready to communicate them. Let me get one more card, please, Spirit. Okay, so you've got the Star card. So that is telling me that you are looking, or you need to have hope. The Star card is something, somebody that's healed, they're in balance, they've got a lot of hope for the future, potentially dreaming quite a lot as well. Very much, it is very healing, very calm, very in balance as well. So very much of you balancing yourself out, being healed, knowing what it is that you want, making those plans. We've got a Knight of Wands in the upright, so that is telling me as well, part of those plans are to do with what it is that you find passionate, or what you're passionate for, making sure that you've got plenty of energy and going towards it. So when you've decided, when you've made those plans, this is about you embracing those plans, moving towards what you want. going for it in a relatively quick manner as well, but giving it a lot of passion and a lot of drive into getting what it is that you want, that is something that you've wished for, potentially something that's a bit that you want success with, something that you're very passionate about. Now, we do have this discretion card. That would be the judgment card in most decks. So this is telling me that there is a bit of a decision to make. Now, the discretion, when it's in the reverse, it is telling me that you may already know what it is that you want. You may already know what it is that you need from this, or you've had a bit of a wake-up call already, but you're ignoring it. This is telling me that you need to embrace that wake-up call. It is very much of you needing to make a decision on something. So trying not to ignore it, making sure that you see your inner truths with that Queen of Wands there, so that you know what it is that you want, having that wake-up call, acknowledging that wake-up call. And part of this decision that you'll have to make is regards to, it can very much be reconciliation energy. It doesn't have to be with a person. It could be, reconciling your own thoughts. It could be with, family members, friends, could be anything. So it can either be that you want to reconcile with a person, or with a work, a thought, belief system that you've got, or it could very well be that you are looking to get closure so that you can start and move forward. Now, whatever this is, you need to have that wake-up call, and you need to acknowledge it so you can make that decision, because it's something that you are passionate, or it's something that's blocking whatever it is that you want with this passionate Knight of Wands energy, something that you're wishing for. This decision that you're not making is what's blocking it. So you need to make that decision. You need to have that wake-up call, and you need to acknowledge it. Now, what you need to release, we've got a Knight of Cups in the reverse. That Knight of Cups in the reverse is very much the energy of not owning your emotions. It's potentially somebody that can't take a relationship to the next step. Somebody that is a little bit wishy-washy, has a lot of emotions, doesn't feel them or doesn't show them. Likes to be adventurous, but then will back out at things at the last second because it's the Knight of Cups and it's in reverse. When he's in the upright, he's flirty, he's adventurous, he's very much driven to get what he wants, he's passionate. In the reverse, he's not so much passionate, he's probably more manipulative than anything, to be honest with you. Let's get some clarification on that Knight of Swords. So this could be something that that you embody, that you need to release. This could also be another person that you need to release. I like that. The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Beautiful. So yeah, I think this is a personality thing that you need to release. I think this is something that you may have embodied previously. So potentially not feeling your feelings very well, not expressing them. Possibly very much not being able to commit fully. Now we have a Moon card that's come out to the side, so something you can't see, something you're blocking from yourself, something that's being kept in the dark, potentially your intuition not working very well. I feel that it's something you're hiding from yourself. So possibly something that you haven't worked out for yourself that you need to release. It could very well have something to do with what you're telling yourself down here about the past. This whole Six of Cups energy that you're obsessing over. It could very well be that you're keeping yourself in the dark from things that have really happened, and you're not facing the truth of the situation fully at the moment. This is telling me that potentially you need to release that. It could be that things are unknown and hidden from you. You need to release the fact that you don't know the truth, or you don't have all the answers. Possibly you need to release the thought of needing to know all of the information. We do have a Four of Wands that's come out to the side. So potentially where you want a lot of stability, you need to embrace the fact that release the fact that you find stability challenging. Maybe you not being able to commit to a full relationship or taking the next stage is something that you find extremely challenging. You need to release the thought of it being challenging. You need to release the thoughts that you can't do it. You know, if it's something where you've struggled with that in the past, it is something that you're able to do. That could potentially be what this Three of Pentacles is, that you're struggling to work on something because you don't know how to, because you've not had that success in the past. This is suggesting that you need to release that. You need to release the worry and the thought that it's not going to be successful, because you don't know whether it's going to be successful or not, and it doesn't matter because you don't need to know the answers. You do have the Strength card as well. So this is making sure that you've got strength and courage. This is making sure you've got the strength and courage in order to move forward and release what you need to release. It's also suggesting that it's okay to not be strong all the time, you know? You don't have to put on a brave face all the time. It's okay to own your emotions if you're feeling them. It's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. You don't have to be the strong person all the time and have that hard exterior all the time. You're allowed to be vulnerable. Now, what you need to embrace, we've got a Five of Wands. So you do need to embrace a bit of challenge, a little bit of conflict, potentially a little bit of competition. Why? I'm not sure on that, but let's have a look. It could just be that it's within yourself. Let's get clarification on that Five of Wands, please, Spirit. I mean, sometimes this Five of Wands can make you feel like you're defeated as well. And it's okay to feel that. Okay, so we've got an Ace of Cups in the reverse. So that's telling me that, yeah, you may feel like you've been defeated with regards to something, possibly to do with a missed love. Maybe this is something you need to embrace. Well, it is something you need to embrace. You may feel like you've missed out on an opportunity with regards to a person or a situation that would have you feel would have made you emotionally happy. But what you also need to embrace is the fact that there's a reason behind that. The Justice card is here in the upright. It is telling me that the decision on this has been made fairly and it is within your favour. It is something very much where it's beneficial that you've missed out on this. Okay, it's something that you may not see it for what it is at the moment, but it will be something that is good. Now, you have got a bit of heartbreak with regards to this. This is telling me that you've got a bit of a lesson that you need to learn with regard to that, so that you can learn and heal and evolve. So you may feel that things are not just. You may feel like you've been defeated. You feel like, you know, somebody else has won something over you. But this is telling me that actually, when you've done some healing, you're going to see things for what they are, and you'll see that actually it was a relatively fair decision. Yes, you may have missed out on something that would have made you, that you feel would have made you happy, but there is a reason behind it, and you will see what that reason is in time. You just need to embrace that this is going to happen, and that it is for your own good, because there's something that you need to heal and learn from this situation. And it is very much that, you know, it's happened for a reason, and it's for your own good that this has happened. So embrace that there is a lesson to be learned with regards to feeling defeated or being in competition and feeling like you're missing out on something. Yes, it can very well give you a little bit of heartache, but when you heal from that heartache, you heal and you're stronger from it. So there is definitely something going on that you may not even be able to see yourself at this point in time, or when it happens you may not be able to see it, but know that the decision is being made fairly, And it's just that you might not feel it at the moment, but you will eventually. You'll be able to see that actually it was done for your higher good. And then it very well could be that you may have missed out on this, but that's because, you know, in a few weeks' time afterwards, or a couple of months down the line, you know, or shortly afterwards, something even better for you is sitting there waiting for you to turn up to it, you know. Yeah, it definitely looks to me like it's just a case of having that faith, realizing that, you know, things happen for a reason, and if it's not meant to be, it means that something better is coming your way. Right, let's get you an Angel of Light card. We get an Angel of Light card, please, Spirit. Wisdom. Okay, so knowledge is learnt, but wisdom is the divine prompting within you. Your angel guidance is to connect to your still, quiet centre and listen to the wisdom of your soul. Then you will take the decisions and act from your own infinite self. With wisdom, life takes on a new perspective as dramas and fears become insignificant in comparison with the magnificence of the overall picture. That's a lot to do with that Justice card. Walk your path in life as one of the wise ones, and all will revere and respect you. Your affirmation: I listen to my wisdom. Okay, let's get you some Moonology cards. Now, I've got no idea where the phases of the moons are for this, so if you're looking for timings on when things are going to happen, please feel free to Google whenever these moon cards represent. I've got absolutely no idea of the phases of them, like I say. Pretty sure we're just about to go into a new phase, but whatever phase that is, I'm not sure. I think is it Capricorn, or maybe we've just come into a phase of Capricorn. I don't know. I've heard other tarot readers talk about it, but I haven't learned all about my moons and things yet. I just roughly know when there's a full moon, and I know roughly when there's a new moon. Right, so the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. It is time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio, and hold your vision. Fixed moon. Okay, let's get you a Witch's Kitchen Oracle card as well. I love these cards, they're so pretty. I'm not a witch. I've never done any of the things that they suggest on the cards. I just like the messages because sometimes they're quite nice to listen to. I'm not going to lie though, I've got onions planted in my garden because it suggests planting onions on the onion card, so I thought I'll give it a go. Ooh, chili pepper, ferocity. Pretty sure there's chilies and some sort of burritos on there. Alright, let's have a look what chili pepper says for you. So, tap into that untamed primordial behaviour that you've been suppressing. Your savage side screams for you to be raw, unrestrained, and to acknowledge your most vehement instincts. Never apologise for being assertive or for striking out to achieve what you want. I'm pretty sure you had a page, a Knight of Wands, didn't you? That would be very much a Knight of Wands. If you had a Knight of Wands, was it you that had a Knight of Wands? I'm not sure. I've had that many. I've done a few readings today, so apologies if you haven't had a Knight of Wands. Yeah, you did. I knew you had a Knight of Wands. Anyway. You have the permission to be brutal as you focus on your desires and goals, for the only way to beat the competition and to win right now is to be ruthless. Known as Demon Spice, I will spice up your life with my intense, powerful pugnancy. Fights, arguments and violence challenge your emotions, and ferocious behaviour could leave you red with anger. Feel the intensity of my heat as I spread piquante warmth over every aspect of your life. Feel the burn, baby. Oh, yeah. It does then go on about putting it in oil as a pain reliever, a nasal congestion spray, and helps boost immunity. So yeah, get eating some chilies. It will help you with those conflicts that you need to come out of. You know, help you with what you need to embrace at the end. Eat a lot of chili. If you don't like eating chili, you know, you could maybe put it in your hot chocolate. Chili hot chocolate's quite nice. There's other ways of dealing with chili. Yeah, it doesn't have to be spicy. Obviously, there is a lot of heat in some chilies. Different types of chilies have got different spices, so go with whatever spice you're able to handle and get them chilies in you. Or if you're allergic, obviously don't. Not condoning giving yourself allergic reactions. And I'm also not condoning eating ghost chili peppers or the really, really hot ones. I don't know what they are. Unless you really, really want to. That is your choice completely. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed your message today, Pisces, and I hope you found some things in there that you can look at focusing on to do some inner healing. If you did enjoy your message today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so you can help pass it on to anybody else that needs to hear it. Good luck with your self-reflection, and thank you very much for joining me.